So we're going to start now with the panel discussion, and we're going to send the first question to Carol. Carol, could you please speak about how you used the resources in the training and other supports to train and onboard your teachers?
So what we did here at Frederick Douglass, since we've been going through the pilot all year, is we took a look at all the trainings that the state offered back last spring and summer, the Research for Better Teaching courses, and then all of the modules that the state put together. And what I did was I kind of took all of that and created professional development for my teachers, because I knew a couple things. One, because of the shift and the big shift, I felt like the teachers needed to hear and understand the process from me, and not from a module. I wanted them to understand that why we were doing this, what the benefits of doing this would be, and I wanted to make sure I included everything that the state had recommended and my learning from the Research for Better Teaching. That Research for Better Teaching actually helped shape our professional development plan. Used that Research for Better Teaching training, and it was very intense, to kind of help shape our 90-day plan, or our school improvement plan, like some districts call it, focusing on this new evaluation system for teachers. And we've had really great results connecting the new evaluation system with what we've been doing all year with our professional growth. So in a nutshell, took all the trainings from the state, took all the lessons learned from the Research for Better Teaching, kind of married them together to create a professional development for my teachers that showed the why, the how, and then we revisit it throughout the year.
Based on your experience of collaborating with teachers on the professional growth goals, could you share how you supported all teachers to select a goal for growth?
The first thing that I did with the teachers was we took a really deep look at the rubric. So we looked at the three areas and then the 9 indicators under each area. And what I did that in PLC, because that was pretty much what everyone was going to need to hear, understanding the rubric that my AP and I are using to do the walkthroughs, the observations. And then when we looked at those 9 indicators, we had a discussion about what they wanted to improve on this year. So because of all the work with Research for Better Teaching, and because of our 90-day plan being focused on giving not only teachers effective feedback with this new observation system, but another goal of our plan was for teachers to learn how to give students more effective feedback. And that obviously ties beautifully with indicator 2.3, which is checks for understanding and feedback. So in those conferences where we created the goals, a lot of my classroom teachers selected 2.3 because it was a great match. We were already doing PD with Dr. Daly out of the University of Delaware. We were already doing these different observations, and they went very nicely together. The other thing, when we had these conversations for me to help teachers select a professional growth goal, because with the exception of 2 teachers, all my teachers did the collaborative goals where we worked together. Some of the teachers also picked 2.1, And that was because at the beginning of the year, I had done a lot of work with the Research for Better Teaching training. And coming back out of the pandemic, it was perfect to focus on that because we were now teaching whole classes, so that power of those objectives was much more important than ever, and differentiating and meeting the needs of all the kids. Research for Better Teaching calls objectives I can statements. So some teachers went the 2.1 route. Majority of the teachers picked the 2.3 after we dove into the rubric and the questions. Some of them picked 2.1, and a handful of teachers, after looking at the rubrics and really understanding what each one meant, a handful of my teachers picked equitable access, just because they knew, especially some of my veteran teachers with self-reflection, that was an area they wanted to grow on. So we really took the professional growth goal as an opportunity to look at those 9 indicators and pick the one that they really wanted to focus on that year. Not that the other 8 aren't important, but what made sense based on all the other things that we had going on in the various classrooms. So that's how I attacked them here at Frederick Douglass. When we did the mid-year reviews of how they were doing, the teachers were able to give me lots of statements of heading towards satisfactory for those professional growth goals, because we had already been through a half a year of PLC work as well as PD work, which was all incorporated into the school-wide plan.
Thank you, Carol. The one thing that I keep hearing you say is alignment. Alignment to your school improvement, alignment to what the teachers were working on to help feedback for students, and also providing the feedback to the teachers as well for yourself. So thank you.